Good to be on with you guys. We're very excited to have the opportunity to once again get to play at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's been something that we've been able to do 2 out of my first 3 years here, and we've just enjoyed everything about the process of going to the UK. We feel very strongly about our fan base over there that we've been able to grow and build, and always feel such a genuine warmth and welcome from everyone when we get over there. And it just so happens that we'll be pairing it with a trip to Ireland as well, and then make the short journey over and get to spend a little bit longer this time around, almost a full week on site there to truly embrace our time there, which we're very excited about. But looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you guys as well. See some familiar faces on the call already, but look forward to it.
Coach, thank you for speaking to us this morning. Coach, this is obviously a unique experience. We've had the Jags over in London for 2 weeks. We've never had a team go to Ireland and then to London. Why did you, as a franchise, want to be a part of this, really?
Yeah, it was kind of it was kind of a joint decision in conjunction with the NFL. The way I looked at it is, from a standpoint of, it being a positive opportunity from both a football side and a business side for our organization. We're very proud of our organization. We get to, be the first team to do something like this. Like you mentioned, Jacksonville has done 2 consecutive weeks, both in the same spot, but we'll get an opportunity to be in 2 different locations, get to expose, the Minnesota Vikings brand to all the great folks in Ireland, but then also make sure we get a chance to come to a place where we've not only been successful, but we feel a growing fan base. The support is always very strong for our team. And from a football side of it, both opponents that will play, including the Cleveland Browns at Tottenham Stadium, they both have very high quality home atmospheres in their home stadiums here in the United States. So to get to play them not at their home stadium, tough division. The AFC North tends to be year in, year out, just like the NFC North. We found that to be a potential bonus for our football team, as well as getting the opportunity to have a trip together where we can continue to build our team, our camaraderie, and hopefully come back from that trip having played 2 games and having a chance to win both football games is our hope.
Now throw to Peter Carlin at The Athletic.
Hello, Coach. I was just wondering what your approach is to the bye. Obviously, you had a week 6 bye in 2024, and you went 14-3.
Yeah, well, our hope, we won't get final confirmation on the schedule till everybody gets to see the full look at it, hopefully tomorrow. But our hope is to take the bye week 6, and we'll totally commit to the travel plans that we've had in place when we've gone previously to play 1 game overseas. So we'll do that, as we've always done for that first football game. Then we'll transition to be on site there in London for the week before, playing the back-to-back Sunday games. So we'll come back after that, take the bye and kind of reset for the remainder of our season. But our league is so competitive. Every single week you've got to play good football to have a chance to win. I think it fits in alignment with our belief on preparation. Although it's going to be 2 games in 2 different locations, they're just each individual opportunities to go play good football and attack the challenge of preparing maybe in different ways, but albeit making sure our football team's prepared and ready to go.
And I'll hand to Brian at talkSPORT.
Hey, Kevin. A few months ago, you guys, had a shot to maybe work out a deal with Aaron Rodgers. That's been well covered, but you're going to be doing this with a rookie quarterback who, obviously you guys believe in, who has a lot of talent, in JJ McCarthy. But That's a huge challenge. I mean, that's a huge challenge for a Hall of Fame quarterback, let alone a rookie quarterback. What have you seen from JJ as he, progresses through your system? He matures. He's kind of in year two in some ways that allows you guys to believe so much that he can lead this organization forward when you have so much other talent on this roster in 2025.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think one of the things that, I get asked a lot about, what gives us the belief and confidence that JJ is going to continue to grow and develop and be ready to attack this thing with his teammates. I think it goes back beyond that. Unfortunately, he did lose his his rookie year to injury, but he didn't lose that time with his teammates. He didn't lose that time in our building. He didn't lose that time continuing to become comfortable in our offense. But it goes back even beyond that year. It goes back to when we evaluated him coming out, the traits that we've seen in him as a winner, playing the quarterback position for a really long time. There's a reason why we selected him. And the belief that we've had in him goes back even before making that selection. So the belief just continues, and if not, grows more and more on a daily basis that he's in our building. And we're really excited about where he's at right now. He's having a great offseason program, and hopefully we can continue to build day by day right on into training camp where, we'll all get to build our 2025 football team together, which I'm very much looking forward to. In regards to the challenges for a rookie quarterback, I know, playing in Pittsburgh, playing in Cleveland, depending on when you go to those places, I would classify those as challenges right alongside, the international opportunities that we're going to have, both in Ireland and in the UK. So don't know. I'd be hard pressed to say that the atmospheres aren't going to be electric and outstanding, because they always are when we play overseas. But I do know those can be some hostile environments going on the road in the AFC North for a young quarterback, depending on where those games were to fall. So as far as once you step in between the white lines and what it's going to be a challenge regardless, playing against two really well-coached, really good football teams, regardless of where you're going to play those. So we've got to get them ready to go. We've got to get our full team ready to go, and hopefully have a chance to come home with a couple wins.
And then we'll go to Ben Collins at BBC Sport.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for your time today.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
In the past, teams might have been reluctant to travel overseas to play games, but along with the Jaguars, it seems you guys, it seems to be something that you've really embraced, especially as the NFL continues to expand internationally.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things that go into that. We have an unbelievable staff here within our building that supports our players from a sports science, player health and performance, the support staff around our players with our strength and conditioning staff, but then also our football operations department helping to plan these trips, and every minute down to every last detail is planned with nothing more than just the focal point being what's the best thing for our players, what's the best thing to make sure our players are ready to go and they can go compete just like they would for any other opportunity that we're fortunate enough to play in the NFL season. So we've looked at it from a standpoint of doing our part as an organization for our players, and then the other part of that is getting over there, feeling the support, growing the Vikings brand that I believe continues to grow every time we get an opportunity to go over there. I know I feel it. I know our fan base, from the continental United States loves to travel over there as well, but we also love the fact that we get to connect with a lot of our fans in the UK and hopefully build some fans, in Ireland as well.
And then we'll go to Cameron Hogwood at Sky Sports.
Hey, Coach. Thank you for your time. I hope you're well. When we look at what you achieved last season, a lot of your success came down to big off-season moves, particularly on defense. Andrew Van Ginkel, Jonathan Grenard had such great seasons. This season, when we look on the other side of the ball, guys like Will Fries have come in, and then someone who really caught my eye was Rondale Moore, because I loved him so much coming out of college, and you're kind of waiting for a guy like that to explode in this league. with players like that, do you think how much does it matter about the system that you put him in, and how much faith do you have in a guy like that having success in your team, given the way Jalen Naylor finished last year as well?
Yeah, no, I think when you think about it, a player's fit and your plan for their role within your team needs to be of utmost importance. And that's what I want to really highlight is just the way that Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, our GM, and some of my coaching staff and the rest of the personnel department really coming together to build out plans for each individual player that we've been able to acquire in free agency, and then hopefully have that same thing, same mindset with the draft, just knowing that the player development side of things with a young player needs to be, very, very important. But in regards to our defense, whether it was Van Ginkel, Cashman, Grenard, drafting Dallas Turner, bringing in some of the pieces we did a year ago, all were brought here with a mindset of their fit within an all-11 scheme on defense, where Flo and his staff can be creative because we've got really smart, tough football players on that side that can be really versatile as well. When you think about a Josh Metellus, you think about an Andrew Van Ginkel, and you go track and chart where they lined up all over the place and allowed us to hold the pen last in many aspects of coaching because you can do so many different things with those players. We would love to be able to apply the same principles in a lot of ways, but the big to our offense. But the big point of this offseason was to really solidify, obviously the interior of our offensive line, the interior of our defensive line, and really build from the line of scrimmage backwards, knowing we've got two great tackles in Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill, with the addition of Donovan Jackson in the draft. And then you mentioned Will Fries, Ryan Kelly, a long-time veteran center who's played at a really high level in this league. We feel really good about kind of revamping and reestablishing our ability to win the line of scrimmage. And then you bring in Jonathan Allen and Hargraves on the defensive line side of things to really solidify and impact, pairing those moves with what we did a year ago on defense, to your point. And then just whether it's Jordan Mason at the running back position, just different aspects of adding Rondell Moore, Ty Felton, Tim Jones to the receiver room to go along with what we think is a pretty significant core of our team in Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and I'm glad you mentioned Jalen Naylor coming on like he did in 2024. So as you can tell, I'm really excited about the team we've put together. Now it's on us to go use these next 4 or 5 weeks of the offseason program to continue building, learning, teaching, and then be ready to attack it when training camp comes around. And before you know it, we'll be on our way to go compete, which we're very excited about.